Metal gets a yellow card, quite rightly so. Get out of there! Wouldn't argue with the ref box. Not in his current mood. Oh dear, Hypnodisc. This is another surprise here. Hypnodisc away from Sergeant Bash, only just spinning on its side and then over, just away from the clutches, but it was a good attack again by Behemoth. There goes Hypnodisc, finally away, but time is running out on them, they know it. Now they try and get the disc stoked up to its maximum revolution, but facing the wrong way, this is all Behemoth. And it's been a superb display from them. Oh, Dead Metal's coming in again. That was a tackle from behind by Dead Metal. Shouldn't have been in there. Refbot, get involved. No. What is he doing here, Dead Metal? Had no right to take on Behemoth at all. And Behemoth now replying and retaliating. And the Refbot does come in, I think. Yes, indeed he has. He sent Dead Metal back into the CPZ. You cannot come out and play anymore, you naughty boy. Homeboy. And do not come out again. Are we going to see Hypnodisc beaten again like this? I wonder. This is a real clue now for the rest of our competitors. Later on in the series, in all sorts of events. And they will realise they've got work to do. There's Hypnodisc on the flame pit being torched, is going nowhere. The disc is spinning, you can see that wildly. But I think the motors have been burnt out. It is immobile on that flame pit. And this is a crispy end here for Hypnodisc. Driven onto that flame bit by Behemoth. This has certainly been one of the best pieces of robot stylistics we've ever seen in the wars. And an extreme version, Behemoth have seen Hypnodisc counted out. Oh, look at that, they're stunned. I don't think they can believe it either.
Well, oh, good golly. Dead Metal gets a red card for excessive involvement. Hypnodisc are immobilised. Controversially, Behemoth are the winners. Come on, lads. What do you think of that, then?
We finally beat him. Wow, what a tough one that was.
I bet your bottle was going when you got drawn up with the Hypnodisc boys.
Oh, yeah, big time. Big time.
You put some sort of like titanium plates around the sides.
Well, we've got, side panels now titanium, which is where they were aluminium, but we've also put Lexan on it, so the side panels are okay. Just the bucket looks like it's got a bit of damage, but it still works even with that damage.
And it could go all the way this time.
Yeah, well, if we can get that bucket bent right.
If you can beat Hypnodisc, you can beat anyone.
Yeah.
All right, lads, I've got to have a word with the lads. You are always the bridesmaids and never the brides. What went wrong?
I think one of the tyres has actually come off and it's jammed on the inside of the rim.
I thought the disc was going to stop working.
Yeah, I thought we were going to lose the disc there, but no, it kept going. But once you'd lost motion on the tyres, that was it. We were finished.
Commiserations, lads. Yeah. Commiserations.
Behemoth job. They did a good job.
Behemoth did do a good job. Let's hear it for Behemoth. All righty.
So we're halfway through our all-star first round heats, and the four quarter-finalists so far: Chaos 2, Willy Big Cheese, Firestorm, and the hugely impressive Behemoth.
Shock, horror, Hypnodisc. How could you let this happen?
Well, we tried our best. I mean, Behemoth put up a good fight. They didn't really do much damage to us, but what actually stopped us in the end was this wheel here is jammed up for some reason. The self-righting arm worked fantastic. They flipped us over. That tipped us back up right. We were really pleased with that.
They put up a good fight, didn't they?
They did, yeah. It was aiming for their bucket. We hit them a number of times. It was still working, so they deserved the win.
We just kept driving straight into him. Just charged for him.
You were relentless, weren't you?
Well, I did say earlier that it's indestructible, proving my word.
Exactly. Well done, Behemoth.
So, the reason we're all here tonight, our international inferno. There's 4 teams from around the world fighting, and boy, are they fired up.
Hi, we're Team Voltage and our roboter is Flensburger Power. We're going to the International Inferno and fight against USA, Great Britain and the Netherlands. And we're going to do some big damage.
Well, hello, we're Team Baffle, BAFL, and this is our robot Maximal. As you see, our robot looks very good, so we don't want any other robots to damage our robot. We would like to call for all other Robotwars. Do not damage our robot. Drive straight for the pit. Do not touch us.
So, the rest of the world fancy their chances in the war zone, do they? Well, we shall see. Because when it comes to robots, Britain's got the cream of the crop. And to prove it, here's how we do it. Right here, right now, mayhem style.
One winner from each of our mayhem battles goes through to one of our annihilators later on in the series. Wild Thing, will it be he, or Arnold A. Terminator, or an impressive newcomer to Robot Wars, Fluffy, with very powerful weaponry? Watch out for that one.
From High Wycombe in Buckinghamshire, Arnold Terminator.
A box on wheels with red glowing eyes behind dark glasses. The chassis is a steel water tank from the loft. The axe and hammer blows will not be soft.
From London, Fluffy.
The lightest in this mayhem, the slowest too, but the polycarbonate armour is 16 millimetres thick and the weapon is like a double-edged spinning axe. This is no fluffy toy here.
From Ash in Hampshire, Wild Thing.
Fast around the arena at 10 miles an hour on twin electric motors. The new giant cutting disc spins at 6,000 RPM. That's the fastest we've ever seen. And our two house robots thrown in. The fiery tempered Sergeant Bash. The flame will burn. The pincers will twist and turn. And Sir Killalot with the lance and those formidable crushing hydraulic jaws.
Robotwars, stand by.
Peter Holroyd, the captain of Fluffy.
3.
The Wild Thing and Arnold Terminator teams in together. Immediately, it's Wild Thing who goes on to the attack. That's Arnold Terminator at the bottom. That's Fluffy getting away from trouble. Now coming on the attack of the Wild Thing and the Addams family. There's Terminator with the flashing eyes, but look at that circular weapon of Wild Thing. It's a new addition here. Down comes the Terminator blade, but no damage really sustained. And Wild Thing locked together there with Fluffy at this moment in time. Peter Holroyd, the captain of Fluffy. And Fluffy is driven onto the arena angle grinder, and in comes Arnold Terminator with its smashing and crashing axe and hammer blows onto the chassis of Fluffy. I don't think it's actually causing much damage, is it? And it's knocked over. Arnold goes over, pushed by the Wild Thing. It's like a great pendulum weapon, backwards and forwards. Is it really controlled aggression, though? By Ian English, wife Steph, daughter Holly. Terminator on the attack again on Wild Thing. To be honest, that circular blade has not been as effective as we thought it might have been. That's nudged the pitch of doom button, the release button. Oh, Terminator very, very close. Meanwhile, I think Fluffy has been immobilised down in the pit. That's where they want Fluffy or Terminator or Wild Thing to go. They're not fussy, let's be honest. There's Fluffy. Well, what was Fluffy? Killalot in for a gruesome ending, I'm sure. The spike of Terminator down onto the chassis of Wild Thing, and they turn Wild Thing onto its side. And Arnold Terminator may not look the sleekest of robots, but it's very effective. And turning on one tyre there, Wild Thing, but they cannot self-right, it seems to me. Killalot, meanwhile, is toying with Fluffy. Wild Thing comes over, to its side again, crashes down, will spin away now. And Wild Thing will come onto the attack, motoring up to 10 miles an hour. Very close between the two of them. Don't forget, only one robot will go through to one of our Annihilator finals. Last robot standing. If there are two remaining, it'll go to a judge's decision. Fluffy's out of it, of course, and is on to the arena. Flipper any second now. 1, 2, 3. Sails through the air. Bang and a crash. And down into the pit. They got their wish. Look at that, it was great. Who's our man behind the target in there? Craig, I wonder. I think he's behind the controls. Spinning like a threepenny bit. Oh dear, have I just shown my age? How many of you can remember threepenny bits? Into the pit anyway. I digress. Wild Thing onto the attack. Under Arnold Termenegger. A bang and a crash. They look aflame. The House Robots want their revenge on anything that's going. There at the controls of Wild Thing, Nick Adams. The Arnold Termenegger team captain is Ian English, and it'll go to the judges' decision to decide who goes through. It'll be close for them. They await to see the judges' marks on style control, damage and aggression, Professor Martin Smith, Professor Noel Sharkey, and visual effects designer Matt Irvin. Let's have a look at the highlights. Wild Thing on the aggressive attack. Termenegger rolling over. Wild Thing again. Points gained for the Adams family. But Arnold Termenegger's resilience, smashing and crashing down on Wild Thing that was battered at the end, may well count in its favour too.